Hi, I'm Karen Cage with Realcomp. Recently, we've been receiving a lot of questions about the coming soon status, where it came from, and what are the policies around that. So I want to talk for a few minutes about how that got implemented and what are the policies around coming soon. In 2019, the National Association of Realtors, NAR, implemented what they call their Clear Cooperation Policy. And what that says is if you have a signed listing agreement with a seller, that property must be submitted to the MLS for cooperation with other MLS participants within 1 business day of it being marketed. Marketing, according to NAR, includes flyers in the windows, yard signs, digital marketing on public-facing websites, broker website displays, including IDX, digital communications marketing, such as email blasts, multi-brokerage listing sharing networks, and any application that is available to the general public. So we, Realcomp, said we don't really have a place to put these listings. We didn't want to put them inactive because they weren't truly active. You couldn't show them. They weren't available for that yet. So we implemented a new status called Coming Soon. Coming Soon means it's listed, but right now it is not available for showings. So when you are putting in a Coming Soon listing, what is required? What do you have to do? Well, the listing must be entered in its entirety. It must include what we refer to as the activation date, and this is very important. The activation date, which cannot be more than 5 days from the date you're putting the listing in. For example, you're putting it in on Monday, your activation date cannot be past Friday. And what that activation date is really the date that that property becomes available for showings. What will happen is, at 12:01 a.m. on the date that you show as your activation date, that status changes from coming soon to active, and it is then available for showings. You can change the date to be sooner, but you cannot extend it past the 5 days. You must include photos for the property, and you must include all of the appropriate documents within 48 hours, just like any other listing. So what else can and can't be done with a coming soon listing? There can be no showings by the listing agent or any other agents. You cannot hold any open houses. Now, you can schedule showings during the coming soon period. You can schedule open houses during the coming soon period, but they cannot be scheduled to take place until after the activation date when that property is available for showings. The listings that have a coming soon status are included in the IDX feeds, and they are available for you to include in your emails that you send out to your clients. Days on market on a coming soon listing begin as of the date you enter the listing, not the activation date. That's when those days on market will begin. Once the listing changes from coming soon to active, it must remain in an active status for a minimum of 24 hours and be available for showings through the MLS. And if you've entered a property as coming soon, you cannot relist that property as coming soon, not within the same brokerage, for 90 days. So let's talk about what are the fines for failure to comply with these policies. First offense is a $1,000 fine, and you'll be required to attend training on coming soon policies. Additionally, your broker will be notified of that infraction. Second offense is a fine of $2,000, and you and your broker will be required to attend training on the coming soon policies. And a third offense means a $5,000 fine, and you and your broker will be required to attend training. Also, if there is a third offense, you'll be asked to appear before the MLS committee along with your broker to talk about why there seems to be continued violations of the coming soon policies. And lastly, if there is a third offense, that information will be forwarded to your board, and they will look into whether or not there's a potential violation of the Code of Ethics. If you want more information, log on to RCO3 on the homepage under News and Alerts and look for the Coming Soon Policies Refresher Flyer. It will all be spelled out for you. And you can always call us with any questions you have. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks for listening.